Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tamar from Tamar's Kitchen, and today we are making chicken parmesan with creamy garlic mashed potatoes and sauteed green beans. Now let's get into the video. So here I started off with my chicken breast. I split it myself. You can get thinly sliced chicken breast from the store, or you could do it yourself like I did. So I'm just seasoning it with my complete seasoning. This is a staple in my kitchen. And I used a little bit of garlic salt. I don't use too much because I don't like salty stuff. And then I used some onion powder. Also some Italian seasoning. And then you just want to rub that in. Get it all over the chicken and then flip it and do the same thing to the other side. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Alright, so here I have 3 different bowls. I have my Italian breadcrumbs, I have my plain flour, and then I have eggs. And I think I used 6 eggs. I hate when I do this. But then I added some Japanese Panko breadcrumbs to my Italian breadcrumbs. It just gives it a different texture. And then to that I added some garlic salt, not a lot. And then I also added some Parmesan. And then you just want to mix that all up. And then you want to season your flour as well. And I'm using Italian seasoning here. You just want to make sure every step of your chicken is seasoned. So you want the actual chicken breast, then you want the flour and the breadcrumb seasoned. So you start off with flour and you want to pat that in it. You don't want a lot of flying off. And then you want to put that into your egg wash. And then from your egg wash into your breadcrumbs. And all of this, you want to pat it down. You don't want any of your good stuff falling off. And you also want to make sure it's well coated. That's why you see me flipping it so many times. So from here, you want to bring your oil up to about 350 degrees. Mine was a little bit too hot at first, so you're not going to see that part. But you just put it in there. You don't want to fully cook it. You just want to make the outside crunchy and golden brown. And then you can start seeing when the outside is starting to get brown. That's how you know to turn it. All right, so here I'm doing my sauce. I didn't feel like making sauce, but this sauce was actually really good. So like screenshot it and get this sauce. I didn't really have to do way too much like I would with other sauces like Prego, Ragu, all that other stuff. That's why I usually insist on making my own. But I saw this one and I was like, okay, let me just try it. And it was actually really good. So here you just add whatever you feel like you should add. You know how you want your stuff to taste. So I added a little bit of sugar. And then some Italian seasoning. Oh, and some garlic salt. Not a lot though. And just stir that up and warm it up. And I just did a thin layer of the sauce on the bottom. And the reason why I do a thin layer is because I still like the crunch of the chicken Parmesan. So you never want to just douse it in sauce. Then I place my chicken breast on there. And then like I said with the sauce, you don't want to go overboard. So I usually keep it more towards the middle rather than the outsides so that I'll still have some crunchy parts of it. So now I'm adding my cheese. I use some mozzarella cheese. And like I said, keep it in the middle. You still want to see the outsides, but I still like a lot of cheese. And then from there, I just added some Parmesan to the top. And I put that into a preheated oven at about 400 degrees till about, I would say about 15 to 20 minutes, or until it's golden brown and internal temperature is above 165 degrees. So now I have my cut yellow potatoes. For my mashed potatoes, I always use yellow potatoes. I just like their texture, their taste, all of that. So I just covered the potatoes with water and I brought that to a boil. And I also added a little bit of salt. So from there, I boiled it, I would say for about 12 to 15 minutes, or you can check it by just sticking your fork in it, and you don't want it to break when you put your fork in it, but you don't want any resistance. From there, I think I added about 6 tablespoons of butter. Nope, 5. So I added 5 tablespoons of butter. And then I added about a tablespoon of garlic and I just mashed that up. I like really smooth mashed potatoes. That's just my preference. Sometimes I'll even take off the skin, but with yellow potatoes, the skin isn't as tough as with like red potatoes or Idaho potatoes. So here I put in some heavy whipping cream. I would say maybe about a 1/4 cup And I also added 3 more tablespoons of butter. And just mash that up some more, and at this point it's pretty smooth. And you want to do this all while it is on low heat, maybe medium low. And you just want to stir that up. So here I'm adding in some of my garlic salt, because these are my garlic creamy potatoes. So you don't want to add too much because you already added the tablespoon of garlic, but you know how you want it to taste. I know I say that a lot, but like everybody has different taste buds, so you know the way that you want it to taste. But these were super buttery and garlicky, and it was just so good. So here I just used about a tablespoon of butter, and I let that melt. And I had some washed green beans, and I just threw those in there. And then from there, I just used my complete seasoning, of course, and then toss that again. And then I just put a lid on it so that it could steam and cook all the way through. I don't like them mushy, but I don't like them too hard, like they're still raw. Alright, so these are the chicken Parmesan out of the oven. Here's a little close-up shot. And now we plate. Usually I don't show the way I plate because it varies. I don't know what I'd be doing half the time. So I started off with my mashed potatoes. I don't know why it was not focusing. Pretty mad looking at it after the fact. And then from there, I put my chicken Parmesan on that. Added my green beans. They were so good. Usually my choice is asparagus, but these green beans were so good. And then of course you gotta wipe off the plate. You gotta make it look really pretty. And then I ended up adding a basil leaf on the side. Didn't show that though. But yeah, that was it guys. Super quick, super easy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all that. Y'all know the drill. And have a great rest of your day. Peace.